with the hands that rock the cradle. You all make the world go round, and now our cause is one. You know what? You guys haven't tried to do that every day since that night in 08. I was on stage nominated for VP, and I got to say, yeah, I'll go, send me, you betcha, I'll serve. And like you all, I'm still standing. How about the rest of us? Right-wing and bitter clinging proud clingers of our guns, our God, and our religions, and our Constitution tell us that we're not red enough? Yeah, coming from the establishment, right. We are mad, and we've been had. They need to get used to it.
So I just had to put this together real quick this week because I don't know if you can see the empty shelves behind you, the paint cans, but this is the new home that I'm working on of Armpit Studios. Can you see that? Armpit Studios, London, Ontario. You'll notice that I kind of stylized it a little bit. So are you like me? Are you getting old and you can't cut your hair? Is your freak flag frayed and you're cutting it off? Don't. Because just because your freak flag may be frayed does not mean you can't make a difference in this world. Well, it probably does, but I think that I'm just gonna let my frayed freak flag fly. There's a little less of it and it's got holes in it, but it's still there. It's still flying. I still have some ideals, some morals, some incorrigibility. Because I need kind of a safety blanket. I'm going to. Ouch! Why does my nose always fucking get itchy when I'm doing? Well, no, I don't do that anymore. It's family friendly. Why does my nose get trumpingly itchy? I don't understand it. Anyway, tonight's beer from around the world is from Canada's East Coast, and it is actually, I think it's still independently owned. This is Alexander Keith's India Pale Ale, brewed in Nova Scotia, and it is an awesome beer. It has just the right amount of hopping, in my opinion, and it doesn't make you feel like you want to vomit after you've had a couple. So, highly recommend Alexander Keith's. You know what? It tastes just the same as all the others. So don't forget, this is what you want if you want beer that tastes just like all the others, which is fine. So, well, should I get involved in talking about the Putin and the Putin and the Trumputin? Trumputin, he's a new breed. He's sort of like Rasputin, but now he is Trumputin. And I don't know, I see all these progressive people making excuses for Trump, and these are people that I followed for a long time, and you know, I could mention names, but it would probably just be pointless because anybody in the progressive sphere knows what's going on, right? Yeah. Trumpunsky is an interesting cross between the right wing and the Russians, and I guess it's just so weird to see like Russians, and everybody Russia. Well, my dear old dead father once said to me, "Son, I am Polish. You never trust the Russians. They will stab you in the back." So I think maybe that's some of that going on. And why are these progressive outlets defending him? All but defending him. It just doesn't. It's just like any way you could get rid of this scourge on humanity, you would think that you would take it, not defending the indefensible. But we all daily defend the indefensible. Why do we defend the indefensible? Because the indefensible is indefensible, and if it weren't indefensible, you could defend against it. Only some of you will know what I'm talking about. You see, and this is it. It's the obfuscation. There's a new word for everybody. Obfuscation is to obscure facts and replace them with mysterious, deep state QAnon bullshit. And we've reached the point of no return in some ways. But I've never seen Americans so pissed off as they are now, with the minority of people that still stand behind this thing that's going on, and it's disgusting and it's horrible, and we all got to pay everybody in the world. So I notice Hambone's disappeared. He's gone dark. Humpty Dumpty tribe has gone dark. And he seemed really upset when he was loading up his truck and questioning his life and everything. And there's all kinds of rumors going around where he may be. I have no idea. He doesn't write me anymore. But I understand what he was saying. He had devoted his life to doing YouTube videos, and then all of a sudden maybe you wake up and you go, why am I doing this? I don't know. Where are you, Hambone? Come on, you know, I know you're going to show up again. And you can't keep a good Hambone down. You can't. And I refuse to believe that Hambone is gone from YouTube, even though he's been gone for more days than I can count, because usually he's like the mad uploader on YouTube, and 3 videos a day, 4 sometimes, and I'm always going like, wow, man, how can he do it? Well, maybe he's burnt himself out, and I hope not, because
it seems like civilization has ground to a halt. So it's been nice knowing you guys.
There's less and less stuff to watch in the tubular universe these days. The universe is getting smaller. It's getting smaller, and they want to make it even smaller so that they can control the narrative. And do you know why? Because before the internet, they could control the narrative largely because they owned all the means of broadcasting. So, and unfortunately, there remained a few good journalists out there that kind of sort of maybe kept it in check a little bit, but not anymore. Now it's just open season on the truth, and everywhere in the world is experiencing either wildfires and droughts and volcanoes, earthquakes, but everything's cool, man. Just you know, get a gas guzzling vehicle, drive it, make sure you have all the latest appliances. Sometimes I get so almost maudlin when it comes to watching videos of places that were abandoned. I watched one tonight on the Tubular Network, and is there any other network? I think it's all Tubular Network now, isn't it? It's the Googleocracy in action. But these abandoned homes, and this place was really cool. It was like a 1970s dream home, huge thing. It had all the latest gizmos. It even still had a 1970s era dishwasher in it, and it was wired with speakers. The whole thing had an intercom system, and it was like, obviously like upper middle class. These people had all the latest goodies. There was a hot tub in there, and they just vanished. They vanished, whoever owned it or whatever, and the thing is left for 30 years, 40 years or whatever, to disintegrate. And you wonder about the stories behind these things. And also, it should make you, these kind of videos about abandoned places, should make you think about our priorities. Usually acquiring more material shit that will in the end be part of rotting corpses of industrial garbage that we leave behind when we die.
warming being the biggest problem facing this country is insane.
Now, time for a good Canadian cigarette. Now, these cigarettes, you see, I always rip the top off because they're legally instructed by the health Nazis to put disgusting pictures of brains and people's lungs and mouths full of cancer, all kinds of real fun marketing things for cigarettes. And I always rip them off and go, nah, yeah, I know, shut up, okay, you're gonna die too. You're gonna be really ugly when you get old too. So just fuck off, and I can't. So just take a Trumpian leap off a cliff if you don't like me. I don't care. Nobody likes me. Nobody's liked me since I was in 2nd grade. Why? I don't know. Perhaps because I've been called acid tongue for my militant sarcasm. And you know, the more truth you're willing to tell, the more people are going to hate you. And that's just the thing. You give your life over to this shit. You know, that camera, oh, that's too low. Wait, that camera's too high and I gotta adjust it again. Or move closer. There, I'll move closer. Maybe you can get a better view of a 61-year-old man involved in a self-destructive behavior. And self-destructive behavior, everything's self-destructive. Come on, you're born dying, okay? You're born dying, you can't get away from it. We're all doomed. We're all compost. We are golden. I think I talked about that once in one of my videos, that we're all compost. People don't react well to that. But more than that, the possessions that we strive to own. I hate what's happened to our world because of automobiles, but then I have this strange secret fascination with a car from the 1960s. Why? Because it's part of my childhood. And it's a muscle car, and just once I kind of think, well, that would be that Mad Max feeling driving this really souped up, powerful car, and just because I want to be thrown back in my seat and have some thrills before I die, because that's what life might just be all about. You end your life and you go, what? You didn't do that. You didn't do that. Well, you've lost out. And here's my bear. He's the Russian bear, and he's coming for you. He wants you to go to Siberia. Shake his hand. Actually, this bear was made by my dear old mother out of a vest that I wore when I was 15 years old. It was a fur vest, and it used to have little round glasses because I had little round glasses when I was a teenager, and I wanted to look cool. It didn't help. But in any case, this is now my Russian bear. He is coming for you. The Russian bear is coming for you. Duck, duck, be careful. He says, good night, comrade. Be well, my friends.